Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, welcome, come on in. My name is Millie and I post cruelty-free and affordable makeup reviews 3 times a week on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday. I would love it if you would subscribe down below, give this video a big thumbs up and a hype. Still don't know what it does, apparently pressing that hype button does something, and if you are not new, hi, thank you so much for joining me once again. In today's video we're going to be diving into the BEAUTYMOON Christmas eyeshadow palette. I'm so excited about this one. So this is the MISTLEGLOW eyeshadow palette, mistletoe but with a little bit of sparkle, you know? So the BEAUTYMOON Cosmetics MISTLEGLOW eyeshadow palette. Look at her, look at her. She is beautiful. So I feel like this is a very traditionally sort of vintage Christmas colour story. We've got the reds, we've got the greens, obviously we've got the sparkles, we've got all of the beautiful, rich, Christmassy tones. I love the packaging as well with the like holographic reflective writing. It's so pretty. And I also picked up one of the lipsticks that they launched in this collection. So this is the MISTLEGLOW matte lipstick in the shade Wishes. And let me get into this packaging because I want to swatch this actually before we dive into the eyeshadow, because I'm excited about this lipstick as well. So the packaging is like a frosted pink plastic, very sort of sturdy feeling packaging, and like I say, I got the shade Wishes, and this is what the colour looks like, a nice nudie pink. And let's swatch this here. Oh, that colour is very pretty. That is my perfect pinky nude. That looks very pretty, so we'll be getting into that. I'll do the eyes first, and I want to swatch all of these shades because so many of these look incredibly shifty. So many of them look so deliciously shifty. The mattes look beautiful. So I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to do some swatches together because I can't wait. Honestly, so many of these are like, I just want to bathe myself in them, but that would not look good. So I'll try and come up with some sort of cohesive look. Honestly, I just want all of them on my eyes all at once. So one last close-up look before I stick my fingers into all of these pans to swatch them. I love that we've got a white, we've got a really deep black, and we've got all of the Christmassy colours in between. I'm very interested in this shade down at the bottom as well. On camera, that's looking pink, but it's also so green. Incredible. Incredible. So let's just start at the top with that white shade and let's swatch them. So the matte white, ooh, that looks nice and pigmented, called Marshmallow. Really smooth, really smooth. Okay, then we have got Ribbon, which is a light pink. That was a lot more pigmented than I was expecting it to be. And again, really nice and smooth. Then we have got the first of many reds. This one is called Mulled Wine. And again, this is a matte shade as well. Almost got a pinky sort of undertone to it. That is a very pretty shade, and that's going on so smooth. Okay. So then we have got a deep green, and this is called Noel. Again, very pigmented. Very pigmented, very dark, nice deep green. Then we have got Nutmeg, which is almost like a mustardy, golden, with a little bit of a green undertone to it. So that is the whole top row, all matte shades. A beautiful selection of colours. I really like that Nutmeg shade. You know how I feel about a mustardy shade through the crease. Honestly, then just blend something else out. Easy. So then onto the second row. I need to just get really close. This is called Candy Kiss. Look at this shade. It's green and sugary pink. That is so shifty and incredible. I want to bathe myself in that. That is incredible. Oh, that's so pretty. Then we have got Winter Star, which was that white shifty one that I pointed out at the start. Oh my goodness. That's like lilac and mint. The shift on those is incredible. Oh my goodness. Tell me that you don't just want to sit and stare at that all day long. Then we have got the shade Gift Wrap, which it feels unfair to even put that shade next to those previous two because it's just a gold shimmer, but very, very pretty gold shimmer, very smooth, very reflective, but I feel like it's just being overshadowed by those multi-chromes. Oh! Then lastly, on the second row, we have got Silver Bell, which as you would expect is a nice cool toned silver, and then Chia. Ooh. Okay, I wasn't expecting Chia to have a silver when that's not catching the light, and then in the light, again, the brightest gold. But you can see that there, right? Where that's like not directly in the light. BEAUTYMOON, you've done that. You did that. That, I honestly, I can't get over that Candy Kiss shade. That pink to lime green for Christmas. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. So then third row, coming round to the other side of my arm, we have got Holly Berry, which is a beautiful deep sort of burgundy red, still very bright, very, very beautiful. Then we have got Mistleglow, which actually in the pan, I wasn't even like, I didn't really give it a second look, but that is another one that when that's catching the light, so when it's not in the light, it just looks like a grey. And then it catches the light and it's the most beautiful bright pink. Almost like a rose goldy sort of pink. A very, very beautiful undertone. And then we have got Christmas Tree, which is a matte sort of mid-toned green. A little bit sort of murky, like a little bit sort of khaki undertone. Very pretty shade. You really couldn't have a shade called Christmas Tree and not have it basically be that shade. That is perfect for the name. And I love green. So then to finish off the third row, we have got Poinsettia. Is it Poinsettia or Poinsettia? I never know. A beautiful, soft, smooth shimmer in like a deep red, and then Bauble, which is more like a topper sort of formula, a little bit more sheer, but a beautiful sort of warm gold. Very, very pretty shade. Again, it's catching the light a little bit sort of lime. Pretty. So then onto the bottom row, we have got the shade Cranberry, which that swatch would have carried on going and going and going. So pigmented. Beautiful smooth shimmer. Then we have got Hot Chocolate, which as you would expect is a beautiful, rich, deep brown that actually has sort of a burgundy warmth to it. That's a very, very pretty shade. Perfect for doing some sort of smoky wing or just deepening up on the outer corner. Then I'm just going to flip my hand around this way so that I can swatch this next one on the back of my hand so that you can see it in all of its glory. This is Yuletide, and let me get really, really close. Look at her. I'm gonna start harmonizing now. Look at her. Oh, my mouth is watering. I'm getting overexcited. I'm trying to hold it in so that you don't accuse me of being dramatic or too much. But wow, look. Look, it's lime green. It's baby pink. It's baby blue. It's gold. The claws are coming out. The claws. I love it. I love it. I just want that all over my eyelid. All over my whole body. I love it. Can somebody explain the science of multichromes to me? Because it's, how is it this colour but also this colour but also this colour? My brain can't compute. So then the last two shades, I've given myself a minute, let's concentrate on what we're doing. The last two shades are Coal, which is a deep, more cool toned brown, and then Sugar Plum, which actually in the pan, Sugar Plum looks very similar to Cranberry, but where that's swatched, I can absolutely see the difference there. Look how bright Sugar Plum is when that's catching the light. Very, very pretty. So that is the full colour story. So pretty. And now I need to decide what colours I'm going to put on around that multichrome. Because of course, I'm using that. I also want to use that pink one. I also want to use that Winter Star. I'm feeling overwhelmed by the possibilities. I will say here, I'm doing an eyeshadow palette bingo. That will be coming soon. And I will also do a 3 looks with this palette because I just feel so inspired by this colour story. How am I going to decide what shades to use? I'm going high pitched and also losing my voice at the same time. So I already have the Beauty Bay eye primer all over my lid, and let's just start. None of my brushes are clean. I'm going to start with Nutmeg, this warm mustardy shade, and let's put that all through the crease. I will actually just take that sort of 2/3 of the way along. I think I want that baby pink further in. And other than that, I just want those shimmers all over everything that I own. Cats, come here. I've got to cover you in multichromes, please. Delicious. So I'm just going to take a slightly smaller, still quite fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into that ribbon shade, which was that baby pink, that second one in, and I'm going to put that on the inner part of the crease here. These are so beautifully pigmented, but they are sort of packing on and blending out really, really nicely. They're very soft and very, very pigmented. They're such a beautiful, beautiful formula. Oh, I'm so excited. Can you tell? Oh, can you tell? I'm just going to wipe that slightly smaller brush off on the blanket that's on my knee, and I'm going to use that into Marshmallow, and I'm going to dust that under the brow bone as like a matte highlight-ish. Yeah, you can see the difference there between the side with that little bit of white, just a tiny little bit versus nothing. Just brightens it up a little bit, gives the illusion of a little bit more space up there. Not that I feel like I need it, but the more space, the more multichromes I can put on my eyelid, you know? I actually really like the way that that mustard is blending into that baby pink. It's almost going a little bit sort of peachy across the middle. which I really, really enjoy. So I'm just adding a little bit more of that nutmeg just to really bring that warmth quite high up. And then I want quite a small brush. Let's take this one, which again I'm going to just wipe off on my blanket. And what shade do I want to use for the outer corner? Let's go with Noel, this one, the deep sort of forest green, and I'm really going to pack that on the outer corner. Very, very pigmented. And then over the edges of that, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Christmas tree, which was this sort of mid-toned green. And I'm just going to use a little bit of that just to blend the deeper green into that mustard. And we'll also take the Christmas tree shade sort of tighter through the crease and blend that in with the mustard sort of above the crease. Honestly, I just wanted to try and pack on as many shades as possible instead of doing what I always do, which is something deep on the outer corner, something warm through the crease, and then just a multi-chrome across the eyes. I want to try as many shades as possible so I can form somewhat of an opinion, as if my opinion is not clear, you know? So I've also used that Christmas tree shade just to soften that darker green, that Noel shade, across the lid a little bit. And I'm going to take 2 multichromes, because why not? And then also probably a different one on the inner corner. We'll get there. I'm going to take Sugar Plum, which was this last shade, this one down here. I'm going to take that further out and hope that the green shift in that will blend into the green, and then Yuletide across the majority of the lid. So I'm just going to use my finger to tap this onto the outer half-ish of the lid. Yeah, that's blending in to the green, but it is also red. The mind boggles, truly. And I'm just going to tap over the edges of that Sugar Plum shade with that tiny brush just to soften the edges down a little bit. I don't want to disturb it too much across the lid, like so. That is already just looking so Christmassy. I love it. And then I'm just going to use my finger again to pick up that Yuletide shade. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I actually don't think that you could do a look with that shade and it not turn out chef's kiss. Incredible, you know? So I'm going to press that onto the lid. No notes. That's incredible. I'm glad I'm doing my eyes first. I really hope you can see how incredible and shifty that is. That's delicious. There's no other way to describe it. That shade is incredible. I feel as though I have died and gone to Christmas heaven with these shades. They are so beautiful. In fact, let me just get my phone up and let's see. Obviously there's a lot of fallout. Not even necessarily fallout, but just like I went a bit crazy pressing those shades into the eyes. Can you see that? I really, really hope that these are showing up as incredible as they are in real life, because so good. So good. So I am going to just get a new compared with some micellar water on, I'm going to clean up underneath here. And then I need to take a minute. I need to take a breath. They're incredible. They're incredible, incredible. There we go. So just sharpened up on the outer corner a little bit and taken off some of that fallout that was sort of under my eyes there. And let's just fiddle for a little minute. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love the colour story. I love the finishes. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of that ribbon, that light pink, just to dust over the top edge here. Brighten that shade back up again. Just so, so pretty. Oh, I need to stop. I need to stop. I need to stop. So I'm going to go ahead, do the rest of my face, and then we can smoke something out under the eye and also potentially add something onto the inner corner. But let me do the rest of my face and I will be right back. Okie dokie, so that is the rest of the face done. It is the Emco Serum Foundation, the Catrice Instant Bright Serum, Concealer, 17 Sculpt Bronzer, the Essence Alice in Wonderland, was it Essence or Catrice? Catrice Alice in Wonderland blush that I spoke about on Monday, and that's everything. You're caught up. So let's do something under the eye. Honestly, I think I just want that Christmas tree shade, you know? Sort of want to round it out on the outer corner. I know I sharpened it up, but that was just to get rid of the fallout, you know? So going in with that tiny little brush into Christmas tree, and I will tap that all the way along the lower lash line, and also use that to sort of soften down this line here. I'm just going to take a tiny, like one little dip of that Noel shade. Is it Noel or Noel? I think I know the answer to that as soon as I said it. It's Noel. Noel is the guy who used to present Deal or No Deal. That is where my brain is. That is... Pretend I didn't say that. So, just tapping some of that deeper green right onto the outer sort of third, because I do want this to be real deep and smoky, because honestly, if you can't have a Christmas green, smoky, delicious under eye at 8:15 on a Wednesday night, when can you? Live a little. So let's deepen this up a little bit right out here, and then I want something to pop right on that inner corner. Do I want Winter Star? Yes. I was about to give options. Yes is the answer to that. So I'm taking a very, very dense brush. Is that too big? Potentially. Let's take something a little bit smaller, very dense, into Winter Star. Oh, it does look incredible. It does look so, so good. And I'm really going to pack that on right on that inner corner. That was absolutely the right decision. I'm gonna sort of sweep that up as well, because I do enjoy doing that. Sweep that shade through the inner part of the crease there. Look at that shade. Oh, that's incredible. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love. I mean, I knew just by swatching that shade that I was going to love that. And I wasn't wrong. I absolutely was not wrong. That's incredible. The shift in that shade and the way that's going over those other multi-chromes as well and over the pink. Yeah, it's incredible. So bright. How do they do it? Yeah, I'm so happy with how that's looking. So good, so good. So I'm gonna go ahead, add a wing, add mascara, and then we are done. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. There we go. Lashings of mascara. So the mascara that I used was the Profusion Dream Big, and the liner was the LA Girl Blissful Duo. I used the black side. So that is everything for the eyeshadow. It's incredible. It's incredible. So let me just get a little square of tissue and wipe off the lip balm that I had on, and let's see what this lipstick looks like on its own. Like I say, this was in the shade Wishes, so let's see. I can get a lip liner if I need it, but I want to see what this looks like on its own. Oh, that's very pink, but actually I feel like with more of a neutral sort of lip liner, I really like that shade. That's very smooth. It's very sort of creamy feeling on the lips. Went on so beautifully. So let me find, I must have an Essence 8 Hour Comfort Matte Lip Liner here somewhere. No, but I do have one of the Profusion ones. So this is the Profusion Lip Liner in Maple Sugar. Let me just line the lips with this a little bit. It's a little bit more sort of browny. Yes, that is a lip combo that I can get on board with. Those colours actually go fantastically together. Okay. We are done. We are done. Oh, I have nothing to add. I feel like the fact that I am speechless, you can already tell. Oh, the eyeshadow. Oh, it's so good. Right, let me zoom you out. Let's recap. There we go. Sort the hair out a little bit. So that is the finished MISTLEGLOW look. I feel like MISTLEGLOW is the perfect word to describe this colour story, this selection of shades in the formulas. I just think that this palette is fantastic, so fantastic in fact that I am throwing things on the floor. I think that this is absolutely beautiful. So beautiful. Obviously the colour story and like the special shades, I feel so inspired by this. I feel so inspired by this colour story, by the finishes. The quality of the eyeshadow is absolutely fantastic. Words are escaping me. It's just beautiful. The lipstick is so creamy and so pigmented. Obviously I can't tell you how long it's going to last because it's 8:30 on a Wednesday evening and I have been making carrot and sweet potato soup downstairs and I can smell it and I am so hungry. I need to go and eat it, but it does feel as though it'll be quite long lasting. I will let you know. And like I say, I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow palette bingo. I am going to be doing 3 looks with. There's going to be so much more content around this palette because I feel very inspired by it. I love it. I'm so thrilled that I got my hands on it. I will leave it linked down below if you want to check it out. Use the code Cole of the Ball if you want to save a little bit of money. Of course, that is Cole's affiliate link. I don't know what disclaimers I have to give there. She's just my bestie and she's got a discount code with BEAUTYMOON. So if you want to use that, save yourself a little bit of money. I always do, but that is everything. I would love to hear what you think of this palette. I would love to hear what you think of the look, the lipstick, the eyeshadow palette. I want to know your opinions on all of it. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.